So, last Saturday started out like any other. My dad, who's recently decided that half the things in our house are overpriced luxury items, declared at breakfast that deodorant was a scam and he could make something better, cheaper, and more natural. My mom's only comment was, just don't use the blender again, which, honestly, is a story for another time. By noon, Dad had locked himself in the kitchen with a bunch of mysterious ingredients, including baking soda, coconut oil, and, here's where things get interesting, his secret ingredient, which he refused to name. About an hour later, Dad emerged, proudly holding up a mason jar of what looked like pizza dough gone horribly wrong. He announced, "I call it deodorant." He slathered a generous helping onto his armpits and strutted around the house. At first, nothing seemed off, except for a faint smell of Italian takeout wafting everywhere. My little sister sniffed the air and asked, "Are we having spaghetti for lunch?" Dad just winked and said, "That's the smell of savings." Then, out of nowhere, our family dog, Meatball, yes, that's really his name, perked up from his nap, nose twitching like he'd just caught a whiff of heaven. Before anyone could stop him, Meatball launched himself at Dad, barking and drooling with the intensity of a junkyard guard dog who's just spotted a burglar made of sausage. What followed was 3 hours of absolute chaos, Dad running laps around the backyard, Meatball hot on his heels, family members shouting useless advice like, "Climb a tree," and offer him a breadstick. By the end of the ordeal, Dad was covered in grass stains, drool, and a lingering aura of marinara. He finally confessed that his secret ingredient was just a dash of garlic powder and some leftover meatball mix from last night's dinner. So yeah, the moral of the story? Next time your dad tries to save money with DIY deodorant, just remember, it's all fun and games until you're being chased by a dog who thinks you're the main course.